What's going on, everybody? KingofDragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Aquaman from Justice League Endless Winter. And so here we have the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Aquaman posed and out of the packaging. Before we take a look at the figure, let's run through his one and only accessory, which is his trident, which is done in a really nice gold plastic. I do like it. And then of course he does come with a McFarlane display base. Other than that, Aquaman doesn't come with anything else, so let's actually move on to his details. And so here we have a closer look at Aquaman, and I think McFarlane has done a really good job with this figure. Now I know a lot of people were expecting the short hair Aquaman. I'm perfectly okay with the long haired bearded Aquaman. Being a person of long hair and bearded myself, this looks really nice. I do like it. They did a really good job sculpting his beard and it looks really nice. I do like the fact that his mustache actually goes over his beard. That's actually how your facial hair would actually grow in. So that's a nice little detail that they put in, and just look at the detailing here on the sides. I really do like Aquaman's facial hair. It's perfectly trimmed the way it's supposed to be. It's short right here and then long at the chin. But if you're growing a beard, this is the look to aim for, guys. I'm not gonna lie. So anyway, looking at his hair, they did a really good job sculpting his hair. Now it kind of looks like Thor from this angle, I'm not gonna lie, but it's very good representation of Aquaman, especially during the Endless Winter storyline, which I haven't read, but I did need an Aquaman in my collection, and here we do have one. And it's just a really nice looking figure. So moving on to his torso, where I think most Aquaman figures shine. The torso, this is a really nice sculpt from McFarlane. We can see it has a more modern take to it, where it has the gold collar piece. That's a more modern thing that I think they started in Brightest Day, but I do like it. It looks really nice, and just the amount of detailing on this scale mail looks amazing. It's not gold, but it does have this metallic orange quality to it, and it's just simply stunning the way it catches the light. It looks like there's different shades of orange used for it, which it probably is, but it's just very well done, I should say. It's very gorgeous. There's a little bit of gold at the abdomen piece right here, so that's a little nice touch. And then we do have his arms, which carry over that same scale mail pattern. So yeah, this is a very good looking figure. I absolutely love the detailing they put into it. Then we go on to his gloves, where I really think McFarlane should have detailed his gloves and the green part of his suit. A little bit of like fish scale texture, not as drastic as his suit right here would have looked nice. If they had just textured it a little bit and given it maybe like a seaweed look, I think that would be a really nice look. But overall, still love the shade of green that they went with. We do have a more modern Aquaman belt, where we have the Atlantean A, and we have the gold belt going all the way around. It looks very nice. I really want to do an Aquaman cosplay one day, because he's a really awesome character, and this is no different. Really do like the green, like I said, they went with, but I would have preferred like some texturing through it. We saw some texturing on Martian Manhunter and on the bat suits. I don't know why Aquaman didn't get the same treatment, but yeah, we do have the fins on the back of his calves, which that is right. That's how it's supposed to look. The Aquaman is supposed to have fins on his calves like that, and it's part of his suit, not part of himself. But yeah, overall it looks really nice, really clean look for the figure. And most of the detailing obviously is here in his upper torso, but a little bit of detailing here on his legs would have gone a long way, but still an impressive looking piece. And again, he does have a little bit of proportional issues, where his upper torso seems a little bit disproportionate to his lower torso. He has the McFarlane long legs, shorter arms, but at least his arms aren't too long. They're actually about average size for a torso this length. So it is still with its problems, but it still looks really nice, and it's still stylized in that McFarlane style. So he'll still look good with your McFarlane DC figures. So with that out of the way, guys, let's actually get Aquaman compared to other figures you may have in your collection. Here we have Aquaman posed next to a Marvel Legends Cyclops and a DC Multiverse Superman. Here we have Aquaman posed next to a WWE Elite Scale figure and a Mezco 1/12 Collective Popeye the Sailor Man. And for one final comparison, here we do have Aquaman posed next to a Lightning Collection White Ranger and a Star Wars Black Series Mandalorian. So with the comparisons out of the way, let's actually move on to Aquaman's articulation. Now, Aquaman does sport a double ball joint in his head. Now, because of his long hair, it is a little bit hindered going back and going forward. A little bit hindered by his chin hair, but he does look down really nicely. I would have liked a little bit more upwards movement, and I think you can actually alleviate that by hollowing out some of his head right there and giving him a little more upwards play, but it still works. Side to side, no problem. Aquaman has some pretty good tilt, and left and right rotation works fine. Arms do go out to the side to about right there. It is a ball socket, so he does have some forward and back mobility, so I do like that, as well as up and down, goes all the way around. We do have a bicep swivel, which is a little loose on mine. You can see exactly how loose it is. I'm not putting much effort into it, and it just moves. I'm gonna have him with the trident in this hand, because this one bicep is a little bit tighter, so it's not a big deal to me. Double elbow goes to about right there. Ball hinge in the wrist, which does have in and out, or you can have that to have up and down movement and then swivel on that pin. He does have an ab crunch, which does lean back and doesn't lean too far forward, unfortunately. Does lean side to side and rotates a little bit. It's a little bit tricky because his torso isn't a circle, so you can see it does want to resist, but you can get better rotation here at the waist piece because his crotch piece is a softer plastic. That also does have a ball joint, which does let him lean back to about right there, and leans forward pretty good actually. He gets a lot of good movement out of that ball joint there. So we get some even better tilt with the ball joint there. So his legs do kick forward really nicely. I'm surprised. This is such a nice soft piece that it does get out of the way, so really good job there. Lean goes back out to the side. We do have a little bit of a thigh swivel up high, so that does help with some posing. Double bend here at the knee. Now unfortunately his fin does get in the way of his thigh, so that's about as far back as it goes, unfortunately. He does have swivel here at the foot, a hinge which does lean forward and back, forward facing pin for rocker ankle, and of course you can rotate that to give him a true rocker ankle. And then finally we do have a very generous toe hinge. So overall, Aquaman has your standard McFarlane articulation, and it does work for the character. You can get him in some pretty decent swimming poses. I mean, just, yeah, that looks actually really nice. So with that out of the way, guys, let's actually get Aquaman posed for my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up this review. And so here we have the McFarlane DC Multiverse Aquaman pose for my final thoughts, and overall McFarlane has done a fantastic job with this figure. I'm actually impressed by the amount of detail that they put in this figure. Now, that's not saying that he could have used some more detailing. I think his lower torso is a little bit plain. Would have been nice if they added some kind of texturing to it. That would be really cool. But overall, Aquaman here is a very solid figure, and I absolutely love the way he looks. I know it's not everyone's preferred Aquaman. I think people would either prefer him with a long hair hook hand or the short hair O-ring suit. This is kind of like a combination of the two. Although he doesn't have a hook hand, I still like the way this Aquaman came out. He looks menacing, he looks threatening, and he looks like he is the defender of the ocean, which I am really excited to see this figure in my collection. So if you guys are a fan of Aquaman, this figure is going to run you about $19.99, which is standard for McFarlane figures, and I'm going to say Aquaman here is a deal. Just look at the amount of detailing on his outfit. The paint that they use on it is very clean and very impressive. I'm blown away by how much detailing is in this Aquaman figure. If you can find Aquaman Endless Winter at your local stores, I really do recommend you pick him up. He'll look great in any McFarlane DC display, or if you're just a fan of the character in general, this is a very solid Aquaman figure, and I must say, get this figure if you're a fan, or if you're just trying to complete the Endless Winter line, or if you just want some custom fodder, because like I said, his head kind of does look like Thor, so you can probably use this as a Thor custom. I don't know, do whatever you want, but this is a solid figure that you must have in your DC display. With that being said, guys, I'm KingofDragons 5000. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and check out all my other action figure reviews, as well as all my other DC Multiverse videos. Hopefully you find them informative. As always, if there's a figure you would like to see me review, let me know down in the comments, and if it fits in my collection, I'll gladly have a look at it. While you're at it, check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos, and as always, ring that bell to be notified every time I upload a video. Until next time guys, I'll see you later. Take care everyone.